Nubreedglobaltruth.
We've been told that smart cities are the future, efficient, sustainable, and designed for our convenience. But what if smart doesn't mean what we think? SMART actually stands for surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting, and tracking. Every move tracked through cameras, sensors, and facial recognition. Social behavior, spending habits, and energy usage analyzed 24/7. AI-driven systems predicting and influencing behavior. Your actions logged into databases, creating a social credit system. Digital IDs, cashless economies, and 15-minute city zones controlling where you can go. These cities aren't about convenience, they're about absolute control. They want you locked into a digital prison where your freedom depends on compliance. Everything connects. Central bank digital currencies will dictate what you can buy. Facial recognition and AI policing will remove privacy. Geo-fencing and travel restrictions will control movement. And when they link all of this to your carbon footprint score, they'll decide whether you can eat meat, drive a car, or even leave your neighborhood. The question isn't when this is coming, it's already being rolled out. London, Paris, New York, and cities worldwide are being restructured to fit this model. The ultimate goal? A global digital prison where compliance cries to you survival.
What's good, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed coming through with another live stream. Well, everything you just heard is the actual factual, man. The digital prison is being rolled out. Urban mobility is being rolled out. And we got a lot to unpack here. Let's get to it. Okay, it's Mr. Controversy, moving with this urgency. Got these bammers dissing, who really done just learn from me. Hope they praying fervently, cause everything you sow you reap. Scared to let me free, I broke the chains and I'ma play for keeps. Product good at hard living, authentic talent, God-given. Oh, nigga, get some hard, will you? Break apart the system with this spoken words. They know the flow is vicious, never learn. When my kindred show me love, you know it's well deserved. Yeah, I'm blessed beyond belief, they thought I crash and burn. I shook the hornet's nest without getting stung. I'm battle tested, Aki scriptures got me through the slums. Now I'm chilling, son, praying that this will be done. Standing on this word, steady shining like a billion suns. Army of one, and if I chase them, they gon' still run. Double honors to the prophets and the fearless ones. Double honors to the prophets and the fearless ones. We shining like a billion suns. We must be the chosen ones. Praying that His will be done. Lord, come get us out the slums. Who am I? The one that failed 7 times and got up. They wishing that I never tried. These devils know that they time's up. Repentance, this the product. Used to pick me out a lineup. Now the nation riled up. Reparations getting piled up. It's high times, let's mount up. Let's break bread and get a crowd some. The government just give us crumbs. It's our time, let's get it done. Sun rays on the billion. What's in the dark, revealing them. This bar game, titanium. The real ones, no fading them.
At the very same time that America refused to give the Negro any land, through an act of Congress, our government was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that it was willing to undergird its white peasants from Europe with an economic floor. But not only did they give the land, they built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farm. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with. And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
We shining like a billion suns. We must be the chosen ones, praying that His will be done. Lord, come get us out the slums.
Shining like the sun.
You know we
Shining, oh we shining. Shining like the sun.
You know we
Shining, oh we shining.
shining like a billion suns. We must be the chosen ones, praying that His will be done. Lord, come get us out the slums. What's good, everybody? I see y'all rolling in the chat. Gladiators in the building. Chosen Ones, Linwood Collins, William Jackson, Marie, Naomi's in the house. Marcus, what's going on? I see y'all. I see y'all. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. Now, this particular lesson is very important. Y'all know we're going to do it at a collegiate level. We're going to go to some scriptures. You're going to grow a greater understanding of what the 15-minute Smart Cities is all about. And we're also going to talk about the war that's coming to America. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a war coming to America. We've been hearing a lot about that all through social media. We've been seeing it all on the news. I told a lot of you brothers and sisters, well, a lot of you all heard me right before Trump got elected. I said, don't be surprised if this administration don't take us to sudden war. And so the war machine is already in place. You know, there's talks of nuclear warheads, utter destruction. Our president is talking about the end of civilization as we know it. And there's a lot of people with a lot of questions. But I got to let you all know what the war really is. It's a digital war. That's right. Somebody guessed it. That's right. You guessed it. The war that's coming is a digital war. Now, will it cause austerity measures? Absolutely. The war has been going on for quite some time, actually. A lot of people don't quite realize, but World War III been happening for a while now. And the worst type of warfare is a silent war. It's a psychological war. And see, a lot of people think it's going to be a whole lot of bombs flying everywhere. No, 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 no. A lot of people believe when we talk about the end times that it's going to pretty much have a post-apocalyptic scene. No, no, no. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Now, of course, there will be places that are war-torn that hit America at some point in time. But see, it's going to look more like the Truman Show. It's going to look more like Lorax, the Dr. Seuss joint. How many of y'all seen Lorax by show of ones in the chat? It's a Dr. Seuss movie. It's pretty much a cartoon. Anime, it's a certain animation to it. And basically it's like a Smallville tight-knit community type of cartoon, but everything's fake. The trees are made out of plastic. They're battery operated. Everything is completely condensed. Everything is uniform, neat, and convenient, right? But there's a huge wall that's separating these people from real nature, from the outside world. And the book of Esdras speaks about how a man would desire to go from one city to the next, but can't. So there's barriers that are put in place. And that's exactly what we're looking at taking place. And that's the worst type of war because the people become docile. The people are controlled by the mark of the beast technology. They're under control by the powers that be. There'll be a lot of lifeless people, a lot of zombies, a lot of meat suits, skinwalkers walking the earth who are under complete control of the beast system. That's the war that's coming. Now, let me share something with you all, that clip that we pretty much reacted to earlier. And by the way, if y'all like that music that we played, that music is on New Breed Universal ENT. And that song is called Chosen Ones. And you know where to find it. Pretty soon, I'm going to be releasing a lot more tracks all over social media, pretty much on every major streaming platform. So another group of music is coming out. Yes, the movie I Am Legend is in the making. That's what's taking place. But let's go over what this gentleman here had to say about 15-minute smart cities. Let's go.
We've been told that smart cities are the future, efficient, sustainable, and designed for our convenience. But what if smart doesn't mean what we think? SMART actually stands for surveillance, monitoring, analysis, reporting, and tracking.
Exactly. So you got to understand, Satan wants to be like the Most High. So he wants to know everything everybody is doing. See, the Most High know everything about us, and he don't need a bunch of cameras and surveillance, but Satan does. And there's going to be a lot of data collection going on. So this is what smart cities is all about. Let's go.
Every move tracked through cameras, sensors, and facial recognition.
Now, I want you to imagine a dystopian future where your pizza is being delivered by a drone. You don't know who hands actually prepared the meal. Human interaction is few and far in between because they are going to come with another pandemic. When they come with the next pandemic, things are going to get real. Bill Gates already announced there's going to be another pandemic and they don't know when it's going to be. But when it comes, separation among people is going to be extremely bad. It worked the first time, it's going to work again. So you got to understand, they're going to use various tactics to implement this smart city, whether it be climate change, pandemics, sicknesses, sporadic weather. They're going to take advantage of any catastrophe that takes place to usher in these smart cities. So we must stay sober and vigilant and watchful, right? Let's go.
Social behavior, spending habits, and energy usage analyzed 24/7. AI-driven systems predicting and influencing behavior.
Predicting and influencing behavior. Why? Because a lot of people are going to have the Neuralink. If Elon Musk has his way, the man who's in charge of DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, if he has his way, transhumanism will be a thing of the present or the near future, right? And people are going to be plugged into the matrix. They're going to be locked in. They're going to be one with their smart home. They're going to be one with their smart vehicle. Let's go.
Your actions logged into databases, creating a social credit system.
That's right. The social credit system is coming. And this is why you're hearing talks of Trump getting rid of Social Security or the IRS. They are developing a whole new system. Everything that y'all seen up in the movies, everything that y'all seen in Black Mirror, where there was a social credit system based on points that you got on social media or different platforms and software. This is exactly what they're going to roll out. They have to show you what they're going to do before they do it, right? Let's continue.
Digital IDs, cashless economies, and 15-minute city zones controlling where you can go. These cities aren't about convenience. They're about apps.
And the book of address confirms this. And if y'all want to share it in the chat, where it says that a man would desire to go into one city, but he cannot. The Bible prophesied this time. Yes, somebody said they done already fired a whole lot of people from the IRS. Absolutely. You know, I realize a lot of people don't want to hear this truth, but the new world order is coming. And, you know, the global community will bow to the beast system. And only a remnant of people are going to be prepared for what's to come. You know, just like a lot of the Left Behind movies, the Christians or those who really truly follow Christ, they were outcasted in society. They were mocked. They were persecuted. They were even targeted and beheaded. And these are the type of times that we are preparing for, because this is the real deal, man. The Bible tells us exactly what's going on. All right, let's continue. And we're going to get to some scripture as well. Let's go.
Absolute control. They want you locked into a digital prison where your freedom depends on compliance.
Your freedom depends on compliance. And when they roll out this next pandemic, what you got to understand is they're going to have software that plugs you in to all your hospitals. All your medical data will be on that device. All right. Your medical DNA, your medical data will be on that device. And if you have a fever, you will have to comply with whatever injections they want to give you, or they will send a special task force to come to your house and they will quarantine you against your will. This is what they're setting the stage to do. And this is going to come sooner than a lot of people think. And see, if it doesn't happen tomorrow or next month or the month after, people are going to be in doubt. See, these people are very meticulous. They can roll these things out incrementally. But you got to be watchful. Anyway, let's continue.
Think next. Central bank digital currencies will dictate what you can buy.
They will dictate what you can buy.
Facial recognition and AI policing will remove privacy.
Facial recognition and AI policing will be a very big deal. A lot of the jobs that you sign up for that are done remotely, they are already being policed by artificial intelligence. There's things that the artificial intelligence, the AI, the disembodied spirits that have been casted into these apparatuses, there's things that they can pick up that humans can't pick up on. All right. So make no mistake about it. These things are already being implemented. Now, I want to read some scriptures for y'all, because the Bible breaks down a lot of what's taking place in this day and age. And why a lot of people, hear me, y'all, a lot of people are going to be locked in 15-minute cities. A lot of people are going to fall for the beast system. A lot of people are going to choose to stay in Satan's system. They're going to choose to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you the judgment. Now, we're going to go here. I want to go here real quick. And I want to go to Ezekiel 16:49. And it says, "Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Pride, fullness of bread, and abundance of idleness was in her and her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy. And they were haughty and committed abomination before me. Therefore I took them away as I saw good." So what you got to understand, through comfort, through fullness of bread, through sin, having the freedom and the luxury to do whatever without quote unquote judgment, is the reason why the Most High is going to judge this place. And America is a sister of Sodom. And that's why you see the Sodom agenda out there. Now, let's continue.
Geo-fencing and travel restrictions will control movement. And when they link all of this to your carbon footprint score, they'll decide whether you can eat meat, drive a car, or even leave your neighborhood.
Now, he says something key here. Let's go back real quick.
They'll decide whether you can eat AI
Geo-fencing is what I wanted to address.
policing will remove privacy. Geofencing and travel restrictions will control movement. And when they link all of this to your carbon footprint score, they'll decide whether you can eat meat, drive a car, or even leave your neighborhood.
Now, y'all got to understand, they're going to have fencing in certain geographical locations to stop travel, right? And they're going to put it in place. They may even use some type of holographic mirroring and projections to actually put up their geofencing. Somebody said, what's geofencing? Fencing pretty much put up in certain geographical locations, but I think they're going to do it in a technological way, meaning they may do holographic projections. You imagine you riding down the road, you're trying to get to one city, and you can see fencing, but it's not an actual real fence. But if you run into it, that thing can send radiation throughout your body. Telling you, straight like that. Where you can't, I'm talking about where you can't go to certain places. Yeah, digital layouts. And y'all got to understand, when you take let's say you go into the sky and take a telescope and look down, it looks like a motherboard of a computer. So listen, y'all got to look at it like this. We're already, when you in a city, particularly, you are in a database. You are in a matrix. When you get a sky view from a satellite, it looks just like the inside of a computer. Why is that? Because the city is a matrix. It's an actual matrix. It's a motherboard. It's a computer. Listen, man, the technology is so much more advanced than we can even understand. So they're going to be able to lay certain things in place in this system, especially if you're in the cities. Highly concentrated areas, right? And of course, we're going to read about the cities and the judgment of the cities. We will be talking about that. But let's go.
Question isn't when this is coming, it's already being rolled out. London, Paris, New York, and cities worldwide are being restructured to fit this model. The ultimate goal? A global digital prison where compliance, criteria, survival.
See, it's not a question whether this is going to happen. It is already happening. That's right. Chosen Be Blessed says those are ancient inscriptions. That's exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are. Now, I want to show y'all something. Of course, I'm going to bring some scripture as well. Because we got to understand and overstand what's happening here. Hold on. Let's get into it. We're going to talk a little bit more about these smart cities. Here we go.
Working together seamlessly to improve. Imagine a city where every streetlight, every building, and every vehicle is connected, working together seamlessly to improve efficiency and enhance the quality of life. That's the vision of a smart city. But how did this concept come to be? Smart cities are a response to the challenges of urbanization, such as overcrowding, pollution, and resource scarcity. They leverage cutting-edge technologies like the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and big data analytics to create intelligent infrastructure that can anticipate and respond to the needs of its inhabitants.
Ladies and gentlemen, the city is the matrix. The city is the matrix, y'all. Once Neo took the red pill, he realized that he was in a database. Once Neo software was updated, he had to move out. Yeah, it looks like a neural hub. It does. Now, we gotta really get into this, man. I want to go to some scriptures here. First off, let's start off at hold on, let me go here. I'm going to go to book of Micah. Micah 2:10, and it says, arise ye and depart, for there is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Anywhere that you don't find mental stability, anywhere you don't find rest, anywhere that is oversaturated with sin, anarchy, chaos, fallen entities, gang stalkers, weirdos, perps, do yourself a favor and free yourself. Free yourself, because life is too short to be living in stressful environments that don't suit your energy. A lot of you brothers and sisters have been chosen by the Most High, but you had to adapt and you living outside of your natural habitat. The children of the light have always been agricultural people. This is a fact. And so you got to know. You got to know. Anyway, let's go.
In addition to addressing urban challenges, smart cities also offer economic benefits. By optimizing resource use and improving efficiency, they can reduce operating costs and attract investment.
Now, I mean, look at this. This looks like heaven. It looks beautiful. Some people are saying, Bree, this don't look like war. This don't look like war. This don't look like nuclear warheads, fallout, grenades being thrown and boots to the ground, National Guards in the streets, martial law. People like, Bree, what are you talking about? It's a war coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a war on the people. This is a war for your eternal souls. And to add insult to injury, the other things I listed, they're coming too. Don't think that America is not going to have judgment. They're coming too. All these other countries you see out there dealing with, violence, all these war-torn societies. Look, the moment where these bankers come together, because let's make it clear, wars are decided in conference room full of bankers. That's where the wars are decided. When they decide that they want more resources, when they decide that it's time to strip someone of what they have, then guess what? A war is coming. That's just how it works. Let's go.
This creates a virtuous cycle of growth and innovation that benefits both residents and businesses alike. One of the key pillars of smart cities is the Internet of Things, and IoT. This revolutionary technology allows everyday objects to connect and communicate with each other over the internet, enabling cities to gather real-time data and make data-driven decisions. In smart cities, IoT sensors are embedded in everything from traffic lights to trash cans, allowing city officials to monitor traffic flow, optimize waste management, and improve energy efficiency.
Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is already happening. They're already putting these things in place, but those who can't see won't see it. It's just like the movie They Live. When they put the glasses on, they can see that they're being manipulated. They can see that there's a psychological warfare. There's a covert agenda being spearheaded by symbols, frequencies. And if you can't see it, you won't see it. Now, the Bible tells us, the scriptures tell us, and it says in Jeremiah 25:15, for thus saith the Lord God of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it, and they shall drink, and be moved, and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. Then took I the cup of the Lord's hand, and made all the nations to drink, unto whom the Lord hath sent me. That's equivalent to taking a red pill. That's equivalent to putting the glasses on. But the Lord puts it in the terms of, I'm giving you this drink. And this drink is to sober you up. This drink is to clear your mind up so you can see. They got you thinking you free, and you're not. They got you complacent. They got you stagnant. They got you in comfort. Comfort is control. If they control everything in the auspice of convenience, then they can shut things down whenever they want, and it becomes a digital prison. Also, I got another scripture for y'all. Mark 13:14. But when ye shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing where it ought not, let him that readeth understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let he who understand, let them flee into the mountains. It ain't nothing new under the sun. Listen, every time our people got out of captivity, we had to make moves. We had to be obedient to the teachers and prophets at the time, and we had to follow suit, whether it was following Moses and Aaron to get out of Egypt, whether it was following, any of the biblical patriarchs to escape captivity. We escaped ancient Assyria, ancient Babylon, ancient Islam or Arabia, the Persian, the Meds or the Medos. We escaped all that. Why? Because we was ready. We got wilderness ready. We had that seal on us. We can see like, oh nah, it's about to get real. We had that seal on us. Let's continue.
With IoT, cities can become more responsive, efficient, and sustainable. But the potential of IoT goes beyond just improving city operations. It also enables innovative new services and experiences for residents. From smart homes that adjust temperature and lighting based on occupancy to personalized health monitoring devices that help individuals live healthier lives. The possibilities are endless. In the quest for sustainability, smart cities are leading the charge towards renewable energy solutions. Solar panels, wind turbines, and other clean energy sources are being integrated into urban infrastructure to reduce reliance on fossil fuels and lower carbon emissions. But sustainability isn't just about energy production, it's also about energy consumption.
It's actually about control. And you can do solar panels on your own. And, they want to pretty much control everything. Now, I want to read more scripture here. Let's get to this word. And I want to go here. And this one is very important. Genesis 19:24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah, brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities that which grew upon the ground. The Lord's going to be doing that again. It's too much sin. It's too much anarchy. It's too much rebellion. And we seen it in the movie Left Behind. The people aren't ready. When this happens, in the movie Left Behind, what took place, that one guy said, man, I'm not a man without my phone. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to survive out there in the wilderness. I'm nothing without the system. Do you want to be one of those men? Is the question. Or is there certain skills and trades that you want to learn and you want to train your wife and children if you're a family man? Or is it just things you want to learn so you can secure your loved ones when this stuff happens? Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I know a lot of people are in denial. A lot of people can't wrap their mind around the fact that this is coming to a halt one day because they've been comfortable so long. But the cities will be destroyed. It's too sinful. Nobody is serving the Most High. The Lord has been sparing judgment for these places, just like he did in Sodom and Gomorrah, because there's a select few of the chosen ones still there. Once the chosen ones leave this captivity, this digital prison, this matrix, I'm telling you right now, the Most High is going to judge those places. You already see fire hitting certain places in Hollywood, these ritzy conclaves where these people are demonic, sinful, traffickers, reptilians. You see these places getting hit with fire. The Almighty is not playing. It's like people don't know what's going on in the world. It's like they're not paying attention. You see planes falling from the sky. You see unknown drones in the air. The U.S. government don't know what's going on with their airspace. You seeing orbs and chariots and different phenomena taking place in the sea. Actual monsters coming out to sea. Mermaids and mermen coming out to sea. Look, everything being revealed. Everything is being revealed all at once. But the people are in denial. Signs in the heavens, all there. What else do this word say? Watch this. 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. It said, come from out among them. And yes, you can spiritually remove yourself from people, but it's nothing like when you're around people who are like-minded. They keep you on point. It's almost virtually impossible for some people to live a truly repentful lifestyle when they're in the midst of demons, bro. And until you're in an environment where you're around people who are good, godly, wholesome people, who hold each other accountable, who love one another, who share certain principles and ethics, you don't know what it's like to truly live that repentant lifestyle, because it's almost impossible to do right when you're surrounded by evil, when you're around demons trying to be an angel. It's so much grief that comes with that. How many of y'all, by show of ones out there, feel alone? And you may be in a highly concentrated area, but you feel alone. Like, it's like, to find people that you can actually relate to, even though the population is crazy in your city. But for some odd reason, you still feel like you facing life by yourself. A lot of people, huh? And it doesn't have to be that way. But we have to take the initiative to actually free ourselves. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, because y'all already know I'm a watcher. I talk about what's going on in society, and then I always bring forth solutions. I'm not one of those despair merchants. I'm not one of those fear mongers. I'm not one of those people who don't have no answers and don't do the work. I'm always bring some type of solutions. I'm not saying I have the solution, but I have some type of solutions that anybody can apply. Tangible solutions. Listen.
That's why smart cities are investing in energy efficient buildings, smart grid technologies, and demand response systems to reduce waste and optimize usage. By embracing sustainable energy solutions, smart cities are not only reducing their environmental footprint, but also saving money in the process.
And see, this is what they're going to do under the Trump administration. This is why Elon Musk has been put in office, to control government efficiency. Under Trump's administration, the smart cities will pretty much be implemented. Within the next 8 years, I believe he's going to get 2 terms. Within the next 8 years, there's going to be cities that are totally autonomous. Urban mobility will be in full effect. And the way they paint this, they make it look so good. They make it seem so appealing. Satan says, that's what Satan do. It tell you in the scriptures, even Satan can appear like an angel of light. What does the Bible say in Hebrews 11, verse 8?
By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed and he went out, not knowing whether he went. By faith, he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. By faith, let's read that again. Y'all got to understand what our forefathers did out of faith. What Abraham, the father of the faith, did. He was the father of the faith. And what does the scripture say he did? Let's read that again. Hold on, let's get that. Let me pull that back up. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance. So when Abraham was called to go out to a place, he was unsure, but he knew the Lord called him to do something. And those places he would go would become an inheritance. Imagine that. Imagine Abraham being unsure of where he's going, but he goes to a place and he end up inheriting something that he can pass down to generations to generation. It goes on to say, obeyed and he went out, not knowing whether he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they would go into the wilderness as they was called. This is why I talk about walking in faith, not by sight. You cannot look at how things look. And that goes for anything in y'all's lives. It seems like the chips are down. It seems like opportunities are closing in front of you. That means the Lord's opening up another opportunity for you if you are being obedient to his word. If it seems like things are rough and all the chips are down, it means the Lord got something else for you, taking you in another direction so you can get what's rightfully yours. If you find yourself bumping your head against the wall, trying to force something to work that seems to be unsuccessful, perhaps the Most High got something else for you, but you got to listen. You got to incline your ears. You got to incline your ears. Now, I want to keep reading these scriptures because the Holy Spirit is truly operating here. Now, I want to read this. Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it dwell in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. See, the Lord didn't hesitate to destroy places when there was folly, sin, and madness. He didn't hesitate. Sodom and Gomorrah is still inhabitable. Lot's wife is still sitting there as a pillar of salt. Why? Because she looked back. Because she looked back. These urban mobility smart cities are Sodom. They are Gomorrah. They are ancient Babylon.
The way we move around cities is undergoing a revolution thanks to smart transportation systems. From self-driving cars to electric scooters, innovative technologies are.
Now, I want you to look at the man's hand gesture here. He has his hand in an Illuminati pyramid, and he's talking about self-driving cars. And this is what they're preparing the people for, to get into vehicles that drive themselves. To be under the control is all about how comfortable can we make the people? How look, we don't want them to know how to do anything. Let me tell you something right now. When it comes to war, as we speak, America's about to kindle up a draft because nobody wants to join the military right now. And the people who do want to join the military, they're failing all the tests because people are dumb. These days, people are not as nearly as smart as they used to be. People are not studied. I mean, they're realizing that the IQ of people has pretty much delineated, or not delineated, it has dissipated to no avail. Why? Because everybody's under the spirit of reliance. People are not using their brain these days because there's too much comfort. Imagine living in a world where people don't even want to drive their own cars, man. And this is why it's so very important that we are self-sufficient. And look, I don't have all of the solutions, but I definitely got some. And this is what we working on. Here we go. Unlimited Potential Farms, partnership with Nubreedglobaltruth as a land trustee. So this yurt y'all see right here, you know, I'm gonna have lifetime access to it. And that's what we want to offer to all of our guests who want to join the board. At least those who are invested in the land, meaning you're ready to put your hands to the plow, you're ready to work and help with the development. So just so it's all transparency, we got the paperwork, we're doing everything officially, man. There's no plan, you know, and this is how we're supposed to do business with each other to make sure that it all falls in line for the greater good, right?
And everybody is covered.
Absolutely.
Because we understand, even though we have hearts to help each other, you know, some people were a little leery about not having paperwork or whatever, but we will provide you with paperwork, you know what I mean? And as far as the do's and don'ts, it's just that we all want everybody to get along with each other. We don't want no drama, you know what I mean? Everybody want to respect each other's space and place, but it all belongs to all of us.
Absolutely. So here we go with no further ado. Oh, let me see. It's there. So read them and weep. There's my signature there. And to the grantor. Look at that.
Right here.
Yep. So there you have it.
Yes, sir. My brother.
Yes, sir.
So y'all want to be a part of this? Make it happen. Captain.
Yes, sir. History in the making. I see people in the chat saying, how do you sign up? Well, first and foremost, I got to let y'all know there's a certain level of exclusivity when it comes to being a trustee. And what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much have a forum to explain how it actually works to people who are truly interested, because, you know, there's only going to be a select few who, I don't want to use the word qualify, but it's only a select few who will actually qualify to be a part of that. But, you know, we're going to be having auxiliary forums. You know, we're going to have a hub where we can discuss, where we can educate on what it means to be a trustee on the land, what coming from the UP Farms contract, what it's about, what we're doing, things of that nature. But that's another topic for another day. But the point I'm trying to make is that we want you to do for yourself. This is not about us building something for you. This is about you investing in your own interests. Unlimited Potential Farms is for you. The space is your space. It's whatever you want to put on there. It's not our job to build your infrastructure or your livable structure or your vacation spot or your business or whatever it is that you want there. That's on you. We're just telling you that we're giving you the space and opportunity as long as you're a like-minded person who understands what we're doing, right? That's all it is. That's all it is. We want to network with good families who see the value and importance in agriculture, business, survival, and that's it. That's it. Because for some of us, it's just going to be a backup plan. You know, for some of us, it's just going to be a vacation spot. For some of us want to live there. Some of us just want to do events there. But nonetheless, if something was to happen here on this earth, you have a place where you can go if you're amongst the like mind. And let's get this person out of here. There we go. And it's just all about respect, you know, drama free. Look, life is too short for drama. And a lot of these cities, you know, a lot of people are bred in drama. They like contention. They like contention. Even on social media, you don't have content creators, you got contention creators. And so I know a lot of people be used to that. But now what we doing over here is we doing what we do, and other people are gonna do what they do. But I find a necessity in preparing something for our people. And that's just what it is to it. I love the fellowship. I love being around my people who are like-minded. I love connecting with people who see what's going on in the world. I feel refreshed and revitalized every time I leave from that place, and it drew me to it. Regardless if it's 5, 10, or 15 people there, I'm going to be visiting this place probably once a month. That's how much I love it there. I'm going to be visiting it once a month because I personally love the peace. I don't care who comes personally. And my job, and what I'm not doing is convincing people. What I'm doing is giving you the information and inviting you, letting you know you are welcome. That's just where I'm going to be hanging out and until, you know, watching Babylon fall. We probably going to be leaving out through the Gullah Geechee corridors the same way that the slave ships came in. It's probably the same way we're going to be leaving out once Babylon fall and we go back to our homeland. So I really enjoy that place. I like the Carolinas in general. And it is what it is. And if people want to come chop it up and kick it with me, meet me in person, do an event with me, shake hands, you know, you're welcome to do that as well. But that's what it's all about for me. And like I said, when it comes to becoming a trustee, that's a process. We don't just, you know, we don't just give everybody a trustee paperwork. There's certain qualifications and it's very exclusive. But I will be making announcements in the future how you can join our forum where you can congregate among like-minded people, and we can also explain more to what's going on. But that's only for the people who are really interested. See, some people say they just love camping. So it's people going to do different things there. It's located in Fairmount, North Carolina. But it's a lot better than being in these cities where it's going to be plastic fruit, plastic vegetables, Monsanto seeds, all kind of sicknesses and pandemics and all kind of nonsense going on in these cities. We'll be out there breathing fresh air when we need to, right? Anyway, let's go.
Are transforming the urban mobility landscape. In smart cities, transportation is becoming more efficient, accessible, and environmentally friendly. Ride-sharing services, bike-sharing programs, and public transit systems are being optimized using real-time data to reduce congestion and improve accessibility for all residents. But it's not just about getting from point A to point B. Smart cities are also reimagining the urban streetscape to prioritize pedestrians and cyclists over cars by redesigning streets to be more walkable and bike-friendly.
I'm going to tell you now, these urban cities are going to look a lot. I mean, these smart cities are going to look a lot like they look right now. But there's a difference. There's a paradigm shift. There's a level of surveillance that's going on. And let me tell you something. It does something to the human mind when we don't have enough privacy. It does something to you when you constantly being watched. Sometimes I feel like somebody's watching me. It does something to the spirit. And Satan knows that. He knows when he can pack you together and there's no privacy, that it affects you in a negative way. Now we got to get back to these scriptures. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall the evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? The Lord's going to judge these cities. But the people are not going to see it. He's already blowing a trumpet in these places, but people don't see it. Telling you. Let's go to more scriptures. And we're going to go to Revelations 8 and 2. And it reads, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Babylon, America, is becoming the inhabitant of all foul spirits, the dwelling place for every unclean bird. Let me see here. Let me see. Somebody says, appreciate all you do. Thank you. I appreciate it. Somebody said them demons, just some chickens. Absolutely. But let's listen to this urban mobility smart city a little bit more. This short documentary here. Let's go.
Cities can improve public health, reduce pollution, and enhance the overall quality of life for residents. Safety is a top priority in any city, and smart cities are leveraging technology to enhance public safety like never before. Surveillance cameras equipped with facial recognition software can help law enforcement agencies identify and apprehend criminals more effectively. But it's not just about catching criminals. Smart cities are also deploying advanced systems for disaster preparedness and emergency response. From early warning systems to smart evacuation routes, these technologies are helping to keep residents safe in the face of natural disasters and other emergencies. In addition to traditional crime prevention measures, smart cities are...
They're going to have additional crime prevention methods. Now imagine there's this one movie. If y'all know the name of this movie, put it in the chat, man. It's a movie where they go after people before they commit crimes. Like literally, they haven't committed the crime, but because they plugged in to the matrix, to the beast system, they just think about doing something or planning to do it, and the police already come in and get them out of there. What movie was that? Minority Report. That's what it was. Yeah, Minority Report. Man, everything that they gonna do, they already putting it out there, bruh. Like they are preparing for a dystopia future. I personally don't. How many of y'all want to be in that kind of environment? Like they always show you on the movies too. Like you'll see this type of stuff with all this technology, and then in the movie it will be somewhere where it's just crops and vegetation and people living in a community, living real humble. Like, I mean, movies from Terminator to Matrix, everything. They always show you. Leave the world behind. They always show you in the movies, bro. See, the war that's coming to America is going to be between the NPCs, the demon clones, and real people, bro. It's going to be a game of it's going to be Hunger Games. It's us versus the demon NPC clones. Yeah, that movie Divergent. They always putting this out here. They always put it out there. Look, let's go to these scriptures. Let's go. Revelations 18 and 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judges her. That's what's happening to Babylon, being judged by fire. And everybody do me a solid. Everybody like the video. Let me see who is really supporting the material. Like, thumb the video up, y'all. Y'all know they got me under a shadow ban. I must have did something wrong. Like, you know, teach my people what's true. But yeah. Like the video, get the message spread, share my videos everywhere. You know they like to play with my numbers over here. So get the message out there. Yeah, somebody said something about the new KFC commercial. Yeah, man, didn't they change it back to Kentucky Fried Chicken? Which shows that they wasn't selling chickens the whole time. Yeah, they got me under a shadow ban because, you know, every time we move forward and getting the work done, they don't like to see that. They don't like to see progress with our people. But if y'all not gonna share it, then they ain't gonna care, man. Y'all got to share this stuff. Y'all got to like these videos. Yeah, they've been selling Soylent Green the whole damn time, man. Human meat. I'm telling you, it's gonna come a time where if we not eating homegrown, I'm talking about homegrown organic fruits and vegetables, yo, a lot of people gonna get sick, real sick, and they're gonna die. I'm telling you, like, that's what's going to happen to a lot of people. Because there's a nutrition deficiency going on because the food ain't real. Let me tell you something, man. Just speaking on UP Farms for a second. Once we get all our ducks in a row, paperwork, legal matters, and all that done, man, we already have the people, most of the people who want to be a part of the community, to be honest with you. A lot of people are already coming. They ready to come. But the thing is, man, there's going to be so many people coming. I don't even think 110 acres is enough, if you ask me. So we're going to have to, we're going to have to literally expand. We're going to have to expand. I know we're going to have to expand. Because when I tell y'all that things are changing, listen, there's an uptick in a bunch of people living out their cars. I mean, a lot of people, there's a lot of homelessness, a lot. There's a lot of people who, you know, just trying to make ends meet, but the rent is just entirely too high. And the jobs are not paying enough. I mean, so I said 110 acres is a bunch of land. Yes, it is. But I'm going to tell you now, it's going to be more needed. We're going to look when this thing start moving, when things start happening the way it's happening, it's going to happen so quick. It's going to happen so quick where everything is going to get filled up on that land. I'm telling you, when it happens, when the ball get to rolling, it's going to happen quick. We got too many good people who are already ready. It's too many good. I ain't even going to get in all. Y'all going to see better than I can tell you. They can't stop what the Most High put in place. Matter of fact, I want to go to a scripture right here with y'all. Because I speak that bold talk because I know what's going to happen. The Lord have already shown me in dreams. He's giving us too many ideas. And it ain't going to be no nonsense. Everything going to be in unison. It's going to be clean out that junk. You have a place with the yurts. All the yurts are going to look common in nature. They're going to all be uniform and look nice. You're going to have the mini homes. All the mini homes are going to look nice. You're going to have the RV lot. All those are going to look nice. You're going to have a campground where people who just want to come out and camp. Then you're going to have an area for events. Then you're going to have an area for vendors. Bro, it's going to look nice. And then you're going to see a big old sign. Man, I dreamed of this, bro. I dreamed of it, man. I'm getting excited about this. You're going to see a big old sign in wood, and it's going to have like unlimited potential farms on there. It's going to have this nice entrance, and it's going to have some pavement right there at the front. And it's gonna be nice. It's not gonna be some some place where everybody living all crazy and all. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. We're just at our beginning stages. It's gonna be nice. And I'm speaking these things. I'm speaking this for a reason. Isaiah 55:11 shows how it is, and it reads, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. And it shall prosper in the thing whereto I send it. Anything a man of the Most High, a woman of the Most High say, it shall be. When I talk about claiming our generational wealth, claiming our inheritance, taking back the world, leaving captivity great in substance, empowering yourself, doing things that are dynamic and unreal, things that will draw the whole world in, things where the whole world's watching like these people gotta be anointed. Yo, we're powerful like that. The message is what you say. If you listen, you got to have faith. My faith is too strong. Your faith got to be strong. They can't stop nothing. The Lord already is broken the seal. Our words already hold too much weight. We just way too strong for him, man. The faith is too strong. And we elevate more every single day in the spirit of truth, in the spirit of the Most High, every single day. Luke 21:21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst depart it out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. Meaning, when you in the country, don't go back to the damn cities. Once you transition all the way, you go to certain places. Listen, once you find that peace, you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back. And this has happened time and time with our people. Every time I go out in the country, I hear the voice of the Lord. I hear him talking to me very clearly. Very clearly. Somebody said, to the Most High in Israel we trust. Yep, somebody said the Lord lives in Alabama. The Lord lives everywhere. But the Lord sees certain places that are really inhabitable. And the crazy part about it, the places that are inhabitable ain't the places people think. It's not the wilderness. It's not the field that's inhabitable. It's the place full of all the damn demons. It's the place where all the witches and warlocks. It's the place where all the homosexuality and lesbianism. It's the place where children are being brutalized and mistaught and mistreated. It's the place where sin, rapid sin, murder, death, despair, stress. Those places are inhabitable to God's chosen people. That's outside our habitat. Our habitat is the field because we can build there. We tapping into our natural state of mind. Telling you right now, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Let's go back to these scriptures. Let's go. Hold on. Let me go here. Let me go here. Okay, I got all of those. I got one more. Got one more page here. Let me see. 1 Peter. Actually, let's go to Revelations 22:12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his works shall be. According to his faith. The Lord said he's going to come to give us according to our faith. What did it say, y'all? Let me read that again. Did y'all catch that? Did y'all hear that one? Revelations 22:12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his works shall be. His works. His works. Because why? Faith without works is dead. It's dead. Somebody says, shalom, peace, and blessings from south side of Chicago. Chicago. Let's go, Israel. Yes, man. That's what was so beautiful, man. We had at our jamboree, man, we had brothers from Detroit, Chicago, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Arkansas, DC, Virginia. I'm talking about worldwide. We had some brothers fly in from Canada. You know what I'm saying? We had, man, listen, it was people worldwide, nationwide, coming through from out of the cities. And guess what? The first time we did our land walk and we gathered the brethren, man, a lot of brothers, man, we got around the campfire. There was brothers that wept, man, because they was not, at no point in time have they ever felt like they ain't have to watch their back. I'm talking about young men. I'm talking about young men who their entire lives, they had to watch their back. Thinking somebody going to steal from them, try to harm them, police brutality, police harassment. Imagine going somewhere where you out in peace and you can feel how peaceful it is. And you can feel that look, Coach C's in here. He said Breed is not lying. Because guess what? Coach C was there. It was brothers there who felt a certain way. They never felt that peace. Why? Because the cities was pretty much tormenting them. They forced to carry that junk everywhere, forced to look over their back, even if they not doing nothing, even if they not in the streets. It's the culture. Too many innocent lives get claimed out there. It's the culture. It could just be somebody jealous just watching. But out there in peace, it was like something they haven't experienced before. Same thing with the sisters. Sisters was coming out there and actually able to fellowship with other women that ain't jealous, that ain't cutthroat, that ain't conniving. Women that will share with you. Women that, not going to talk about you behind your back, no judgment. Everything is outright up front. If there's advice needed, sisters will share it with each other. The first one we did, the sisters got up in the morning, cooked all the brothers breakfast. It was beautiful. Everything was in order. Everything was in order. Brothers telling each other when we dapping up, leaving, love you, bro. Even though we states apart, cities apart, love you, man, because I know it's lonely out there. I know when you leave from this place here and go back to the war zone in the trenches, I know it's lonely out there. And when this war comes, it's the same thing. While everybody going to world war and there's civil war and civil unrest, people who've networked, and it don't have to be people who network with us. I advise, you don't like me for whatever reason, you don't like our fellowship, you're not forced to deal with us. My advice, listen, the Most High wants me to warn my people. Do the same thing I'm doing. Get up with people you love, people you trust. If you have those people, you build with them, y'all go get a plot, y'all put something together, and y'all make sure y'all look after each other. Y'all share resources. You make sure you got people you can go to when things get crazy that's going to look out for each other, especially you brothers. Because it's going to come a time we going to have to be booted up and suited up. It's going to come a time like that. A lot of men not ready for that. They're not ready for towns to get raided and there's white supremacists and different groups and organizations who are taken to the streets, Klansmen and all of them taken to the streets. A lot of people are not prepared for that. When you in a community and there's a group that's already then knocked off 2 or 3 blocks, and you know they coming, some of y'all gonna be sitting ducks. Why? Because you don't have that group of brothers you can build with to meet them halfway so they don't go nowhere near your family. Because there's going to come times out in these cities, out in these places, where everybody going to have to boot up. Like straight like that. I know y'all don't want to believe this, but it's going to come a war. Where it's like, look, hey, bro, grab that. We all booting up. They done already took over that neighborhood. This neighborhood, I'm talking about them purge people. They done took over this one. They done took over that one. And if you ain't got 5, 6 to 10 brothers that y'all can go out and meet them halfway so they don't even get to your community. So your children is safe. If you ain't got that, you'll be alone. The Bible already talks about this in the book of Esdras, that grown men gonna be afraid. Why? Because of lack of bread and people pillaging homes. Nobody want to talk about this stuff because they ain't willing to do nothing and they not paying attention to what's happening. Men pay attention. Men are aware. Telling you. Somebody says, I feel like I'm in third person. It's hard to explain while I'm in this chat. That's because the Holy Spirit getting activated in you. You're hearing something you ain't never heard before. And you're visualizing all these things because you know it's true. You getting a form of deja vu because you know what's happening. Let me see. Let's do this person a favor. There we go. Telling you, it's going to come that time. But people think it's a game. And the things that I talk about, you know, I believe it because I'm action oriented. I'm not just saying things. Look, let's get into these scriptures. What does it say? It says in 1 Peter 4:7, but the end of all things is at hand. But the end of all things is at hand. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Meaning you got to be watchful. You got to be paying attention. You got to be looking at what's happening around you. You got to be looking at the laws they putting on the books. You got to be looking at global news, World Economic Forums. You got to be paying attention to what's going on in your local government. That's right. Somebody said, Clyde Willis says, they fear us, I promise. They do. Yeah. They definitely fear us. And when everything hit the fan, the only way they can conquer us is if we're divided. It's divide and conquer. It's divide and conquer. Let's go to the scriptures. It says in Ephesians, watch this. Hold on, let's go here. 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. There is going to be nuclear warfare that take place. It's going to go out by fire, man. It's going to go out by fire. Somebody said, Anonymous says, I wish someone would help me get justice and get my money. Shoot, I'll have all y'all a house built. Real talk. This is why they doing me bad, because they know I'll help my people. It's sad. I understand. Those who really want to help their people, they always got to face setbacks because, you know, good people got to go through their struggle. But, you know, everybody's going to get their own freedom. Everybody is going to get their own plot in their own place in space. See, and it's like I got to reiterate this a lot because there's a lot of people who don't really understand what we're doing when it comes to community building, when it comes to nation building. They don't really get it. They're not paying attention. So I got to repeat myself sometimes. We're not building nothing for y'all. Don't be coming to New Breed or nobody else saying, New Breed, build this for me. Build that. Y'all should do this. Y'all should do that. No, this is y'all's land. You want a small home, you build it for yourself. We're just telling you we got an opportunity. We got a space. We're going to have a food bank. We're going to have various resources. And we're going to have like-minded people. It's that simple. If you want to take the opportunity to perhaps get on a trust and an LLC, then you can take it. Network with, if you want a chance to network with good people, then take that opportunity. We're not building it for you. I don't gain anything from you building something. Everything will be explained further in our forums for people who are really interested, because that's what it really boils down to. This is not for everybody. This is exclusive. And so it's like, all I can tell you is it's going to be a lot more affordable if you're a person who's going through it in the system, if you're a person who works mobily, or whatever the case, remotely, it's going to be a lot more affordable for you. I'll just put it that way. That's what I will say to the people. And I say a lot more affordable because something has to be given to the land. Anytime you bring in people together, it should go without saying that we all got to contribute. We all got to bring something to the table. That's just how it is. But I'm telling y'all, the scriptures go on to tell us. Luke 21:36. Watch ye therefore. It says, watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. There's nothing wrong with being watchful. There's nothing wrong with being mindful to what's to take place. There's nothing wrong with being socially aware and conscious. It's so bad out here nowadays dealing with people of the world. It's tough to even speak your mind around people, man. You'll be telling people what you feeling in the spirit, what's going on in the world, and everybody always want to shut you down. When the young men are having dreams, the older men are having visions, they can't even speak the message because people say that your dreams and visions are disturbing to them. It's disturbing. Years ago, right before the pandemic hit, I had a dream that I shared on social media, and it came true soon after. I dreamed of the food shortages. I've dreamed of, people being quarantined and not coming back home. I had these dreams before it happened, and this is record. It's all on record. But nowadays, people like, oh, that's a conspiracy. That's doom and gloom. No, people dream these things. I love to sit with my people and explore their dreams, because when I hear what y'all have dreamed and things like that, that means more to me than the news. Because why? The Bible says that nothing happens on the face of this planet till he tells his prophets first. Nothing happens until he tells his chosen ones first. Let's see. Clyde Willis says, I dreamed that the borders were cut off before the pandemic happened too. See? The Most High is going to give us visions. He's going to give us these things. And imagine you can't tell what you're seeing because you're worried about it affecting people or bothering people. Amos 3:7. Let's read that. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Nothing happens on this earth until he reveal it to one of his chosen ones first. Nothing until it's spoken out into the air. This is how it works. That's how powerful we are. Until we actually project it into the atmosphere and say it, the Lord's not going to do nothing. He's not going to do it. That's how powerful the things we say are. I'm trying to tell y'all are superheroes, man. Y'all are like under the most high's tutelage. Ye are gods, but shall die like men. Telling you. That's why I speak a certain way nowadays, that people take me as being arrogant or outspoken. I don't care what you think. I know that I'm brilliant. I know that the Most High is going to bless everything I do. Everything I touch will turn into gold. Why? Because I speak it. And I know it in the fiber of my being. Can't nothing stop what the Most High put in me. Can't nothing stop my purpose. Nothing. It's impossible. Can't nothing stop y'all's purpose. Can't nothing stop you from freeing yourself. You know, people make excuses all the times why they can't do stuff. People make excuses all the time why they can't accomplish certain things. They make excuses. Somebody said, hey, Bree, what if we can't afford to get a livable structure, or we can't afford to prepare for the times? You can't afford to pay attention. That's the problem. And paying attention is free. You can't afford to hear and see. Because if you listen to what I'm saying, I'm literally encouraging you to stop speaking negative of what you can't do. Take the word can't out of there. Because a lot of people can go to the club. A lot of people can spend $400 or $500 on outfits. But these very same people don't want to spend $400 or $500 to travel, to network with people that can be lifetime friends. That's problematic. A lot of people can, spend money on Netflix. But what about a membership to join our forums so you can be in the loop of what's going on, which will be around the same price as a Netflix once we finally finish that? There's a lot of things that got to be laid out, but nonetheless, people make excuses of what they can't do. No. It's not that you can't do it. It's that your priorities are not straight. Your priorities ain't straight. Yeah, you got to prioritize what's important. And having a backup plan for your family, having people that you know, a network, an underground railroad, so to speak, that is more important than the civil luxuries and liberties that we like to pour into all the time. But the issue is, a lot of times we don't like to support our interests. It ain't even, listen, I don't want the support. I want you to do for yourself. I want you to support yourself. If you work in a job, this is how I want you to think. Is my job funding what I truly want? I'm working for this job. Is this job working for me? Is this job working for me so I can do things that will be here for the long haul? Is this job put me in a position where I can have tangible things? Is this job promoting my own personal business, dreams, and purpose? Your job may even be your purpose. But nonetheless, is it helping you in the long run? And a lot of you brothers gonna come out there when we link up, and y'all gonna get the game. Y'all gonna get the game from a lot of knowledgeable, wise, and successful people. And that's valuable. Just get in the game. the people you network with, the people that you actually get to link up with. You're going to have the game. And you can take that with you wherever you go. Unlimited potentials ain't just stuck to the farm. Unlimited potentials, once you cross paths with the brethren, unlimited potentials is for everything you do in life. That's what kind of game you're going to learn. I'm telling you. Yeah, but I'm amped up because I'm very excited about some of the things that are happening, man. Very excited. I'm full of ideas. Sometimes it's hard for me to sleep. I have so many ideas. It's hard to sleep sometimes. Because what y'all got to realize, as men of the Most High, we are supposed to be countrymen and nobles. I want to bump shoulders with all you men who ready to run your nation. All you men who ready to police your own environment. All you men who are ready to plant gardens, and you women who ready to plant gardens. All you people who are ready to be agricultural. All you people who are ready to build businesses and start something that's unique and different and something very special. Those are the people I want to bump shoulders with. Those are the people I want to call my friends and my family. Ezekiel 12:27, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesies of the times that are far off. That's right. And see, a lot of times people think when we are teaching and we talking about our visions, they think it's going to happen the next day or the next month or even the next year. Sometimes these things are far off. Many days to come. Sometimes it's things that we say that people going to look back in 10 years from now and be like, damn, I remember this brother was doing a video. He spoke on that. I'm telling you. Somebody said, kind of like what Fred Hampton and the BPPFSD built for Black communities. Yeah, yeah, community is very important in the grand scheme of all of this. It really is. Somebody said, get y'all some heirloom seeds. No, you get you some heirloom seeds. Don't tell me what to do on my plot. Don't tell me what to do around my livable structures. Don't tell me what to do. If you like how that sounds, heirloom seeds being up there, you go get some heirloom seeds, pull up, chop it up with the people, and you plant them. I'm tired of y'all with that, bro. Y'all got one more time to tell me what I need to do, what we should do. Y'all do the. Hey, next person to tell me what we should do, I'm putting your ass on timeout. I'm putting you, cause y'all not listening, bro. Y'all not listening. Y'all gonna stop putting everything on me, bro. I'm not fitting to build up the land for you. What you want me to get the heirloom seed? That's what it is. Some of y'all funny, bro. Yo, I tell you, our people are wild. Some of y'all like this. Yo, go get them heirloom seeds. Yeah, get that. Yeah, that's real nice. And then you want to come up here and enjoy every damn thing, and you ain't planted nothing. I'm not going for that. Oh, that's the wrong button. I ain't going for that. Yeah, y'all should get one of those right there. Yeah, get one of them sauna joints right there. Yeah, y'all should build that up. Y'all people are funny, bro. I'm not doing that. You do it. You do it. they don't get it. And then they want to pull up. They all up in the sauna. Yeah, it's real nice in here. Mm-hmm. Now we welcome y'all too. We welcome y'all people too. You know, but y'all gonna at that point, y'all just gonna come see and be vacationing there. It's gonna be a residential area already where people gonna enjoy those things, those amenities every day. Yeah, they want it all decked out and pimped out, but they want me to do all of it. No, I'm gonna build my plot. I'm gonna build my little area. And if you interested, come build your area. Y'all beginning to see what we're doing here? I just look forward to meeting new people who are into the things I'm into. I'm into off-grid living. I'm into those kind of things. I'm just interested to be around people who like to camp, who like to go outdoors and plant and do things. Like, I'm just interested to be around you type of people. Droop Dog says, what up, Bree? I get hyped when I see you going live, my dog. Stay kicking knowledge. One of the realest on these YouTube streets. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. But, you know, I will say, if y'all want to support what I do, if y'all like my material, you know, feel free to support via Cash App, via Super Chat. It is appreciated. You know I don't get on here and I don't do a bunch of drama. I don't get on here. I don't do a bunch of sensationalism or a bunch of celebrity gossip. But nonetheless, I think it's a place for what I do too online. So if you believe the same, then support it. Let me see. Yeah, you know, we be out there trading goods, everything. Like, just understand the vision. Just understand the vision, y'all. Here we go. Unlimited Potential Farms, partnership with Nubreedglobaltruth as a land trustee. So this yurt y'all see right here, you know, I'm gonna have lifetime access to it, and that's what we want to offer to all of our guests who want to join the board. At least those who are invested in the land, meaning you're ready to put your hands to the plow, you're ready to work and help with the development. So just so it's all transparency, we got the paperwork. We're doing everything officially, man. There's no plan, you know. And this is how we're supposed to do business with each other to make sure that it all falls in line for the greater good, right?
And everybody is covered.
Absolutely.
Because we understand, even though we have hearts to help each other, you know, some people were a little leery about not having paperwork or whatever, but we will provide you with paperwork, you know what I mean? And as far as the do's and don'ts, it's just that we all want everybody to get along with each other. We don't want no drama, you know what I mean? Everybody want to respect each other's space and place, but it all belongs to all of us.
Absolutely. So here we go with no further ado. Oh, let me see. It's there. So read them in wheat. There's my signature there. And to the grantor.
Look at that. Right here.
Yep. So there you have it.
Yes, sir. My brother.
Yes, sir.
So y'all want to be a part of this? Make it happen. Captain.
Yes, sir. Y'all seen Lil Bree, he already know. He was like, that's that generational wealth right here. Y'all see Lil Bree ran up like, oh, it's go time. That's right. It's go time. Y'all seen him? He felt the energy. Soon as we signed, he was like, oh, snap. Oh, it's time to work. It's time to work. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. And it's just a beautiful thing because, you know, that's how we supposed to do things. That is how you're supposed to do it because everybody needs to be covered. Everybody needs to be covered. And it's important that everybody knows that we welcome you and that, you know, once you build yourself up, and let me make this very clear. Make it very clear because I like to get into the logistics of things. Everybody will not be a trustee who joins the land. That's only designated to trustees, people who are involved with the development process. All right. When I said it in the video, I said those who are invested, not as being an investor. We don't take investments because an investment would mean you're giving something to us and you expect something back. No, I'm talking about people who are invested to help, meaning people who are available, people who are interested, and people who have certain characteristics. You know, those are the people that we want as trustees. You can have a business there. You can have a business there. You can have a plot there. You can have whatever. You can have a home there. That does not mean you're a trustee, but there is separate paperwork to ensure you that you have access to your land. All right, to what you have. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, it's very exclusive, because when you talk about trustees, you talk about what goes into the semantics and details of building the land. And you also discussing leadership, you know, who there's a voting process that goes on between all the trustees to who can start a business there. And most of all, our whole thing is making sure UP Farms never gets sold. Never gets sold. Never, never, never gets sold. So, you know, it's just certain people that's involved with that. And it's an honor to be a trustee. And like I said, once we start casting for more trustees, the people who get involved early, then that's what's up. Matter of fact, you know, pretty soon we'll be doing some things where we can meet up and see who those people are. Because we don't want just people waiting until we already winning. And then you want to, hey man, look, I want to join in. I want to be a trustee. Bro, we done already built the community. Like, what are you talking about? How can we trust you if you wasn't there during the process of making things happen? Let me see. Melody Thomas says facts. Like I told y'all on the phone last weekend. Yes, it was an honor speaking to you, Miss Melody. She says facts. Like I told y'all on the phone last weekend. I've been ready to get out there on the land. My cabin is on hold because I don't want to move it more than once. Spring is here. It's planting time. Yes, indeed. And, you know, we are definitely going to be working out all the details very soon. There's a lot of people who are already ready to move, but we got to get all our ducks in a row, get our I's dotted and our T's crossed, and it will be happening soon. You know, I would say within the next month, Miss Melody, you should be able to do exactly what it is you need to do. That's for sure. Because it is definitely planting time, y'all. It's time to get those raised bed gardens started. It's time to get those greenhouses started. The time is now. I'm gonna be going back and forth quite a lot. I truly believe within the next 8 years, and this is just my prediction. This is from me looking at what's going on politically and geopolitically. I think in the next 8 years, we need to have our own community established, because I believe in the next 8 years, we're going to see a food shortage. I mean, a big food shortage. I think the grid is going to go down at some point. I also believe that, you know, that there will be EMPs that take place. And there's going to be a series of events that take place where you're going to want people. You're going to want to be around like-minded people. And so now I got to do my job, do my work, and make sure that we can get this thing established now than later. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the next 8 years we getting things right. And I do believe there will be an expansion too. You know, there will be an expansion, and definitely there's other lands, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, someone says we gotta endure, it's going down, right? Someone said 110 acres is not a lot of land compared to how many people are on this live. Like-minded people are going to make this happen. That's true. That's why I said we're gonna need more space. And I'm not saying everybody in the live is going to join, but I'm saying there's a lot of people who already are ready. And there's some huge families. There's some huge families involved. And yeah, it's a blessing of the Most High that this thing is going the way it's going. Somebody said Liberia is next. I'll go to Africa. Yeah, you know, we got access to some land in Liberia too. When I say that we're real nation men, we really have sat with dignitaries. We really have built with the tribal community in Africa. We've really sat amongst the churches in Liberia, the politicians. We've been in these offices. We've been in these meetings. Like, you know, people can say a lot, but I've been doing this work for some time now. I've accomplished a lot of things, and I praise the Most High for that. I praise the Most High for that. And I thank you, the people, because without y'all would not be no New Breed Global Truth. As much as they tried to shut me down over the years, as much as they tried to silence my voice over the years, it was you, brothers and sisters, who made sure that we can keep hope alive and have a platform where it's not just contention and strife, but something that's productive in nature. That's because of y'all. That's because of y'all. Yep. Kilon says, New Breed, I'm ready to work, help, and learn whatever it is in order to make this happen. Yeah, man. You just got to pull up when we do our events. Once we start our forums, you just got to show up in the forums. A lot of things will be private because there's so many people. We want to make sure that we get the most serious people first, because we're still in the development process, and we're not signing to the government. We're not doing none of that. We're not doing a bunch of crowdfunding. We're not doing a bunch of fundraisers and none of that. We're gonna do this the natural way. Like, we're gonna do this the natural way. Now, of course, we do accept donations. We do accept donations. Because if you just one of those people who you see what's going on, but you don't really want to be a part, but you like it, you could just donate. You know what I'm saying? We do take that, but we do take that, but we're not pushing that. Like, we know the Most High gonna give us everything we need. We know that. We're not worried about that. Most High is not gonna start us on a mission and not give us everything we need. But when you support your people, that goes a long way. It goes a long way. I do a lot of travel. There's a lot of places I got to go, a lot of people I got to meet. If you like to support me personally while I'm maneuvering and navigating, you want to take care of certain things, that's appreciated. My Cash App is always in the description box. Just show your support, because I'm out here doing the work. Yep. Somebody said New Breed ready to put my hands to the plow. Yeah, it's that time. Yeah, it's no 501c3. And also I gotta clear all of this stuff up. We're not doing no church community. All right. It's not a church community. It's not about religion. It's about people who are like-minded. Some people watch me and they don't really believe everything I believe. And I'm okay with that. There's people who watch me who may not even be Bible believers, but they like the content I bring out. That's cool. We welcome you too. There's people out there who just see it as a great opportunity to start themselves a timeshare or a vacation spot. You just want the experience. You want to see what it's all about. That's cool. We're not starting no churches. This is no cult. This is no Israelite camp. This is none of that. This is not a church. This is not any type of religious group. We're not doing a religious group. We're not doing it. It's like-minded people. And it's like, I got to clear these things up, right? I'll let you know what we're doing here. I feel for far too long, people have played church, but nobody really built anything. For far too long, people wanted to debate and argue over scripture without building anything. Religion did nothing but divide our people. And so, just to be quite frank with you, we're not doing that. We don't have time to sit there and pitch scriptures at you all day. We're productive people. Now, and listen, I'm a Bible believer. But just like when you go to your workplace and handle your business, you're not in there debating scripture. You're getting the job done. That's to come a time where our people come together and get the job done. All right. Eternally Lit says, is the plan for people to actually live on this land? There will be a residential area. I'm going to repeat this again. There'll be an area for a residential area that would include Mongolian yurts, RVs, and small homes, mini homes. The other side will be a camping. If you want to do camping, there'll be an area for tents. And then also there'll be an area for events, also an area for small businesses, vendors, things of that nature. Somebody might want to do a little mini bar outside with a smoothie bar. Somebody might want to set up a smoothie bar outside. You know, somebody might have a little t-shirt vendor out there. Somebody may be selling worms out there for fishing, because there's an 8-mile lake not too far away, and we will be doing boat rides too. So what I'm trying to say is it will be a total autonomous community with everything you need and good people. But it's also a vacation spot. Some people may want to rent out their livable structure on Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? Some people might want to use it as a timeshare, just as a vacation spot. When we do events, they just have a structure out there, or they might just want to pull up with their RV during the structure, or they might want to use a tent and camp when they come out. So it's with unlimited potential farms is whatever you want it to be. If you want to be a person, want to be a part of the residential side of things, then show up to the event. We're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna sit down. There's gonna be interviews that's conducted, and you can say exactly what it is you want to do. It's called the project proposal. What project do you want to do on the land? How long will it take you to do this project? Will you need our assistance in doing your project, or do you plan on hiring your own contractors? Would you like us to help? What is it do you want? Yeah, we're gonna have an outdoor gym out there. We're gonna have the basketball court set up. All of that kind of stuff. It's a lot of space now, but it's not space for hundreds of families. Let's make that clear. It's not enough space for hundreds of families, not hundreds, because there's so much that's being done there. But it's some space. It's a good amount of space. There's a good amount of space. Yep, look, Gladiator says, you are so right, New Breed. I would like to be a part of security or the police. I want to do the Most High God and Christ's mission and live on the land and help people. See, that's what I'm talking about. And there will be people who just want to sign up to do maintenance details. You know, we got a couple brothers who are about to be living as groundskeepers. There be some brothers that there may be a brother or so that's head of the maintenance team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different people. Each trustee will have their different respected duties. Each contract will be tailor-made for them. And of course, there's lawyers. Everybody gonna have to have their lawyer. There's a lot that goes on with what we're doing. If you're gonna be in leadership, that's only if you're gonna be in leadership. You might not want to be in leadership. You might just want to come look. Hey, bro, I want to build this house right here. I want to do the mini home. Hey, bro, I want a Mongolian yurt. I got this amount of dollars. I want to build it right now. I want it to be there. I want y'all's help doing it. And this is what we're doing. You understand? It's all up to you all. Look, Peter says, I have a green thumb. I've been gardening all my life. I have berry trees, lots of papaya. Oh, that sounds great. And guava, along with mangoes, basil, parsley, bell peppers, tomato, eggplants. And I'm on an acre. See, that's what's up. So you might just need to come down and check us out. Give us some advice. Give us some assistance. Or you might want to get something going on out there too. That's what's up. Yeah, we're going to have auto mechanics, everybody, man. Look, let me tell you something. The children of the light, the chosen ones, we built everything. We are the innovators. Imagine if we put that towards ourselves. Man, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. But you know, such a blessing, such a blessing. Eternally List says, I think the hardest part is to keep out the NPCs and government plants. It ain't that hard. It's not that hard at all. Listen, let me explain something to you. when the Holy Spirit is operating, and we're not going to make this a religious talk, but let's just say when like-minded people who know some things are involved and there's real leadership, that's not something we got to worry about. Because first and foremost, they can't survive there with us because their spirit can't do it. They can only come and go. And guess what? And people can attest to this. Everybody who showed up knows there's certain people that can come and they can't come back. That's it. Their spirit wasn't right. They're not allowed to come back. And then with all of the righteousnesses, all of the people who've already endured all those kind of things, all the people who've been through gang stalking, organized mobbing, guess what? When one of those creeps creep up, you better believe everybody gonna see it. Everybody gonna see it. If you coming in there with ill intentions, if you coming in there to be a problem, everybody gonna know who you are. It is what it is. Yeah. Somebody said, I know what to look for. I think a lot of us know what to look for, Marcellus. And them people don't make it. And listen, and our security is watchful. We have security when we do events, and we're going to have our own security police in our environment for the residential area. Just like in some of these residents, you got security that ride around the neighborhood, or it may be a cop car parked outside the neighborhood. We gonna have the same thing, but we're gonna have our own brothers. We're gonna have our own brothers. Look, we're not playing about our people. We're not playing about the chosen ones, those who endured gang stalking and organized mobbing. We putting an end to all of that. We're doing something historical. We literally found a solution to gang stalking. Everybody want to talk about it. Nah, this is history right here. Can't nobody get gang stalked where we at. It can't happen. We talking about a private land that's sovereign. Ain't nobody gang stalking nothing. We're not having it. A lot of the brothers on security done already been through all of that. You think they finna be letting them people in? No, not happening. Shawnee said, stop, Bree. You get me excited. I'm ready to go right now. See? Hey, you gonna have your time. For sure. You're gonna have your time. And that's how I feel all the time. Every day. Every day I'm like, man, it's gonna be tight, man. It's gonna be vicious. It's gonna be different, unique, special. Man, we finna film movies out there. We're filming movies, whole movies. We already got brothers who, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. We already got a whole cinematography team. We got people who want to do documentaries on the land. We got people who want to film a movie. Like, this ain't like no religious cult. We're doing something it never been done. We're gonna film our own. We can film our own leave the world behind type movie. We got some people who can act, all of that. Yeah, and Major Bangers can do the soundtrack. Like, stop playing. I see Major Bangers in here. Major Bangers gonna help with the soundtrack. And I'm a rap on the soundtrack. Like, come on, man. Like, ain't nobody doing this futuristic fly stuff that we into. There's movies coming. There's books coming. There's events coming. I'm talking about fly events. Man. Yep. Cat says, I am my brother's keeper. Like-minded families only. That's what I'm saying. Natural, pure people, says Ebony. That's right. Okay. Shawnee says she can sing. What's up? What's up? That's what I'm talking about. We need all that talent. We need all that talent. That's why I say everybody welcome. Yo, CG says I'm finna rap with you, Bree. I mean, that's what we need, all that talent. Somebody said they own their own burger chain. Well, let's go. Let's go. Y'all see my email, kingbree404@gmail.com, man. Y'all see my Instagram too. Hit me up on the Instagram. Shawnee says she a nurse and can sing and can cook. And she can do hair. What we need? We need all that. We need all that. Somebody said, let me know when the events come. Oh, yo, y'all gonna know because y'all gonna see the commercials. Yeah. Y'all gonna see the commercials. Somebody says, people need this, fam, need these, fam. The chosen ones have been too separate, battling demons on their own. I agree. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And, you know, for the people out there who don't really like what we doing and stuff, and they talk about how insignificant and all of that is, I get it. But, you know, I pray for everybody's peace, man. I pray for everybody, man. You know, if this stuff ain't for you, just let it be not for you. If you can't see the vision, then don't see the vision. You know, that's why we always say just come out. Just come out there. Either you get it or you don't. It's not for everybody. Mike say it all the time. It's not what I'm talking about right now is not for everybody, but it's very unlikely that people come see what we got going on and they don't want to be a part of it. But for the people who don't, it's no big deal. Nobody worried about that. You just don't want to be a part of it. It's cool. That's not for you. We respect that. Somebody says, Kim C says I can donate. LOL. Hey, we can get that too. we need donations too. Somebody says there ain't no high like the Most High. It really ain't, man. It really ain't. Let me see. Peter says, man, I can show you how to make that place like a compound. My property and house is like Fort Knox with perimeter sensors and solar cameras all over the place. You get me excited with this talk. Hey, Peter, pull up. That's what I'm saying. Project proposal. Pull up. We gotta get this next event going, man. We gotta get this next event going. We're gonna do this soon. We're gonna get this going soon. Pull up, Peter. But we do want it to have a bit of a rustic look. If you can make it modern but rustic at the same time, because we're gonna be doing a lot of solar panel in we're gonna be doing a lot of solar panel stuff. And those plumbers, like if you're a plumber, you electrician, you know, contact me. We need plumbers, we need electricians, we need all of that, man. Just don't be hitting me up like Nubreed. You need to do this. I don't need to do nothing. I'm building my yurt right now. I just caught me a shower for that joint. I'm be going back doing my wood treatment, my carpet. I'm be up there decorating my yurt. I'm gonna be building my my wood shed, get my wood stove. Let me do what I'm doing. I'm doing my work. I'm doing what I'm doing, preparing for me and mine. Then eventually I'm gonna get me another yurt. Or I might get me a little mini home. I don't know. Might build one. Might build a mini home. And tell me what I gotta do. You come out there and do what you want to do. Some of y'all brothers might want to come out there and build y'all studio. Some of y'all might want to come out there and build y'all studio. Build you you know, recordings, because it's too many musicians, man. We got too many musicians, y'all. Too many. Speaker Yahweh says, breathe following the Most High in Christ. Absolutely. All praises. Okay, God's property said, my son is a licensed electrician. Contact me. Contact me. Somebody said, where's the land located? I would love to know. The land is located in Fairmount, North Carolina. Fairmount. Yeah, Coach C says, I remember our conversation about the sports complex. Yeah. That's right. We doing all of that, man. All of that. Somebody said art, let's see, Taylor, Talia, my bad, Talia. She says agricultural designer, question mark. We need that. Are you asking? Are you asking or are you telling? Are you asking, do we need it? Yes. We need an agricultural designer. We don't want it looking raggedy, bro. We're not doing nothing raggedy looking. When you look on how it's going to look, in one corner, you're going to have all the yurts. It's going to be looking nice. And it's going to be equal space among each yurt where people got a little bit of privacy and things of that nature. Look, Sleepy Montana says only an hour and 44 away. So I know you pulling up to the next event. But when we do the gardens and stuff, we want it to look, man, we want it to look nice. We want it to look nice. That's right. Kim C says real men making real moves and she love it. Yep, that's right, Kim C. The only problem with it is these little boys always in grown men business. The little boys is always in grown men business and grown folk business. But it's all good. We love them too. We love them too. Hey, look, we want all the promotion we can get. All the promotion is fine. We love it. We love it. Let me see. How much to join the community? Well, we're going to be doing a membership real soon. We're going to be doing a membership real soon. We sure are. Yep, somebody said New Breed dropping jewels. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But the memberships are going to be cheap. They're going to be like what you would pay at Netflix. And the memberships is only so you can be preview to our forums. Because the forums are going to be important. And also with the membership, it's going to give you access. That way, when we actually do our events, you get a discount. You get a discount on the actual event because you're already an honorary member. Just like a rewards member at Sam's Club or something. You already got your membership. So, you know, when you join, you got certain, you know, you're saying you got certain discounts and whatnot. But yeah, man, I'm telling you. Shawnee says, I need to get my membership. I'm messing up. Yeah. Well, we haven't done it yet, but we are going to be setting that up very soon. Once I announce everything that I'm talking about, I've already announced it, but once we are done, because this is real serious work I'm talking about. What we're doing behind the scenes to make sure that this is possible for y'all, it doesn't just happen overnight. It's a lot of web design and it's a lot of work to make sure everything works properly. Because we're not doing no ghetto stuff, man. We're not just crowdfunding or getting on. We're not just getting on WhatsApp and just, hey, yo, whoever joined the what? Nah, we doing this sophisticated, man. You got to get on sites. You got to make sure you're a member. You make sure that you're doing things the right way because this is exclusive. This is an opportunity. This can't be for everybody. We never wanted it to be for everybody. We wanted for people who genuinely want to be involved. Kim C says, I still have love notes I haven't spent yet. That's right. And we will be having the vendors that we set up for our events. They will be accepting love notes for discounts. That's right. At one point, it's gonna be like when you go to an amusement park and you know you got your own Disney money or like Chuck E. Cheese coins and different places like that. We're gonna have love notes. You know what I'm saying? It's just cool, man. It's just cool, bro. It's a cool thing. Imagine you using your love note at different vendors. And they just scanning the QR code on the love note. Boom. Oh, we just took $30 off that t-shirt. Took 15% off this, 15% out there. You just want to go visit. You know what I'm saying? Like real futuristic, fly, rustic, modern, old school, but like new, contemporary, like dopeness. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, let me show y'all something while I'm speaking of this, because I'm thinking about this right now. But let me go here real quick. Let me see. Hold on. Like just cool stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just cool stuff. Like we started all talking about the war that's coming to America, and now we excited. We excited about the future of God's people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me go here. Let me go here real quick. Let's go. There we go. All right, look.
What's good, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed coming with another live stream. You already know what time it is. Man. Look, the emblem on the sky cap is crazy. Hold on. You know we like to do that futuristic fly-ish. You already know how it go, man.
Yo, that's tight, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. It's like a cyber western, bro. What are you talking about? It's different. It's different. Got the MB on the sky cap? Man, come on, man. We just like cool things, man. It's like cool. We just like to do cool things, man. And these shirts, y'all can get them tailor-made how you would like them. But that's what I'm saying. And it's just gonna be cozy. And see, y'all gotta understand, we didn't even put the windows in. We haven't even tightened up the slack on the fabric on the outside. It's gonna be more tightened up. It's gonna look real like clean, and it's gonna have these windows in them, and it's gonna have a screen door. I'm not even, bro. Oh man. Somebody says sometimes you gotta pop out and show. That's right, man. Like it's little stuff like this. I like stuff like this. I like being in nature. Somebody said you should make it taller with wood and make some stairs. What you talking about? Yeah, that may be an upgrade that I do later. That may be an upgrade I do later. Lift, get one of those like industrial size forklifts, lift it up, put like maybe 3 steps on that thing. And yeah, I mean, this is just the kind of cool stuff that we can do.
Let's get a better look at that. Those guys putting up the screen door.
Yeah,
of course, there's windows that got to be put in.
Yeah, man, the windows look real nice too. It's gonna look like a little house when it's done. But I mean, this is fire. You know what I'm saying? Being that jump, playing some PlayStation off the, you know what I'm saying? Because look, we could do the off-grid thing, and we could still we on some futuristic, fly, modern, like cool stuff. Like we make the rules. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have fun. Y'all gonna see me streaming in there, the fellas in there playing video games, or you know what I'm saying, or maybe have a microphone set up in that junk, recording something. It's just gonna be fun. Hitman says I might need a contract to help build mine. I may need yeah, you know, those things can be done. Those things can be done. Are there any contractors on the land? Well, we built this ourselves. So if you're talking about building a yurt, we got some brothers that can help with that. Of course, you know, and they're gonna look out better for you than a contractor out there. We do have a company that we work with. We do have contractors out there that did my deck, and you know, we can contact them for certain things like the deck. If you want a certain deck, that's what they specialize in, building decks. So the platform from it, you will have to hire a contractor, unless some of the brothers who join in say, "Look, no, we can do it." That's the thing about networking. You might network with a few brothers out there, and next thing you know, they pulling up helping you build. Know what I'm saying? Yep, there are some contractors that will be on the land as groundkeepers. There's some of the groundkeepers that know how to do some of that work too. Somebody said nomadic teepee makers make affordable, very livable traditional structures out of Oregon, real cheap. Looks cool. Well, see, the way we want to do it is each yurt has to look similar, because we don't want it looking like a circus. Know what I'm saying? We don't want it to look crazy out here. We can use different colors, but there probably will be only a choice between a couple of them, because everything needs to be uniform. It can't be looking crazy. You know, there can be different size yurts, a couple different ones, but it just can't be any type of yurt. You understand? And so it has to be within, when you do the project proposal, it has to be within confines of what we're doing, how we want the land to specifically look as well. Like even with small homes, there's a certain companies that we deal with, because we don't want different, you know, we don't want it to look raggedy. Like you got a whole side over here with many homes and they look completely different from each other, and it just it don't match. So we will have all things common and everything will look a certain way. Yeah. But you know, I started off talking about the war that's coming to America. War is coming. It's the digital war. Smart cities, 15-minute smart cities have you locked in. You know what I'm saying? It may look very beautiful in there, but the food ain't going to be clean. They're going to have total control over you, and it's going to be the beast system. Or you can come up with alternative solutions, right? Anyway, man, somebody said you can go over the requirements. That's what we're going to do at meetings, events, and our forums. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to stay plugged in. And once I get those forums and meetings and things and events together, I will notify y'all. So stay tuned. Look, one love to y'all, man. I'm about to go ahead and you know, actually put together some other material that I wanted to cover. So I may be going live right after this. If y'all want to join me, come on over there. New Breed Universal ENT. Come and join me, because I'm going over there some other things I want to discuss. Look, y'all be safe out there. Shalom. Peace.